All right, so tomorrow is a very exciting day for me. I set myself a challenge to not only bench 225, but to run a sub-5 minute mile right after. So this is very embarrassing to say. I've been lifting for 3 years and I have a whole fitness channel and a whole community. I tell you guys to do all this stuff, but I've never benched 225 before. I know, I said it. Shoot me down, all right? And this challenge isn't really only for me to, stroke my own ego, like, oh yeah, I can bench 225 now. I feel so much better. It's more like, this has been a mental thing for me, I guess. This is more of like a mental thing, like, oh, I've been stuck at 215. I don't know if I can ever get to that 225. I want to be able to teach myself, like, hey, if I really put my mind into something, even though I started this challenge like 2 days ago, like, oh, this Saturday, I want to go bench 225. I want to be able to know, like, hey, if I really put my mind into something, I can do it. I can accomplish it. I can make things happen. Because this year, it's been a huge year for growth in me. I've started many new ventures. I've challenged myself a lot, and I've seen nothing but growth. I joined a sales program at my school and did a whole competition that many people in that program took like 2 to 3 years to do, but I did on my first semester doing it. So that was freaking scary. I've never done anything of sales before, but I felt amazing after. I was like, oh shoot, I can do that. And it got to the point where I did so well that I'm now invited to go out to another state in the country to compete in, which is like, oh shoot, okay, there I go, pat myself in the back, right? But it just goes to show that if you take a risk in life, that it can reap off a high reward. And even if you don't win or succeed, like if I were to do horribly on my sales competition, like I didn't do the best, but I didn't do horrible at all, that it would have been a teaching moment for you. Like, oh shoot, I could have done this better. I could have maybe put it into that word better. Or I could have taken this action or prepared better. So instead of looking at these scary things, these scary experiences that you're looking at, these scary challenges that you've been putting off as, it's just like, I don't want to do that. Be able to have the confidence in yourself, the belief in yourself that no matter what happens, that you'll be okay. Because in the end, you're going to be okay, right? As long as you have the mindset that you go in like, okay, whether I succeed or that I fail, I'll be okay. I'll be in one piece. If I win, that's great. I'm going to feel amazing. If I lose, that's fine. I'm just going to have to try again. So this challenge, like I said, it's more of I want to prove something to myself. I want to prove something to you guys as well. You guys because now it's been December, it's almost the end of the year. I want to prove to you guys that whatever you put yourself out to do, that you can actually accomplish and achieve. So if you have any goals that you've been putting off, any sort of things hindering you from your progress, now's the time to do it. Now is the time to meet that challenge, to make things happen. And tomorrow, with the video I post out, I hope to show you guys, like, hey, no matter what happens tomorrow, that we're going to be okay. Things are going to happen. I'm going to be happy, and if I fail, I'm going to try again next week or whenever I can. And if I succeed, then that's just further proof. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do. Because my current bench press, it's been stuck at 215 for way too long now, and I think now it's time to get that 2-plate mark. So and I'm excited to have you guys around for the ride. This is honestly great to have. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks of me posting, and I've already got a little bit of a community going, so I'm grateful for every minute of that. So now I invite you guys as, the people. I invite you as the viewer, the person watching me right now, this handsome face, this guy in his dirty Slipknot hoodie that he's been working out in, to tell me what your goals are. Maybe drop in the comments what your goals are, what you're going to work towards, what you've been putting off, and what you can do to start, what you're going to do to start, and when you're going to start. Because I have full belief in you, that no matter what you do, you're going to be okay. You're going to live. You're going to survive. It may be scary at first. Don't worry. It's going to be scary. And as long as you can accept that, you're going to be fine. You're going to try. You're going to fail. You're going to succeed. It doesn't matter. The best part is that you believe in yourself. I think the worst part of anyone's life is that if they lived a life without taking any chances, taking any risks in themselves. I've heard of stories about people on their deathbed saying like the worst thing that they did, or like the lesson that they have for people who are younger than them who still have life to live, is that to take more chances of themselves, to live the life that they want to live. Imagine how sad that is, to die a life, or die after living a life that you don't feel authentic in, that you didn't live to the fullest. I'm not saying like you need to go jump out of airplanes, you need to do this or that, but I'm just saying, start small. Start with a goal that you've been working towards that may be a little scary. Start with the small goals and then work your way up each and every time. So if you haven't gone to the gym yet, it's December 2024. Now is the time to start. I mean, my first time in the gym, like I said, was around like December 27th, December 28th. So that was like just before January. So if I can do it, skinny old 3-year-old Michael can do it, then you can do it. Because I believe in you. I have faith in you. And no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. I know you're going to be okay because I've lived that life before. And I hope that by documenting this whole thing tomorrow that I can show you guys that life's going to be okay no matter what happens. And I hope I bench 225. I hope I run a sub 5 minute mile, but at the same time, things are going to be okay. And as for preparation, I don't know about you guys, but I eat my oatmeal out of a Pyrox bowl. So this is what's going to help me get all fueled up for tomorrow morning, get my morning carbs in. It's going to help me sleep too. I made a whole video about that earlier, about complex carbs and carbohydrates and why they're not going to make you fat and how carbs can actually help you sleep. So if you got the time, definitely check that out. I also ordered a sleep mask the other night too. It's pretty sick. I can't see anything right now, so it's pretty cool. This I used last night. It got me some really good sleep, so hopefully that's gonna help with the challenge tomorrow. So definitely getting ready to have as much recovery as possible. Getting ready for that. If you have trouble, if you have trouble sleeping like I did, in the past few videos I've mentioned I can barely get 6 to 7 hours of sleep. This is your lifesaver right here, because when you're sleeping, I'm going off a side tangent right now from my original video, but I don't care. This is my content. If you're here, if you're taking value from this, then that's all I care about. If you're sleeping, there's gonna be light coming through your window if you don't have any blackout curtains, and that's what's gonna wake up your eyes, because that's gonna stop the production of melatonin. I don't know if that's the scientific reason, but all I know is that the hormone melatonin helps you sleep. So I'm gonna have to assume that when you're sleeping, that when there's light coming through, that's gonna stop that production of melatonin, and you're gonna feel more awake. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's what I've gotten out of it. So what this is going to do, it's going to help block out that light so you can sleep in more. All right, while I told myself that I would do this video all in one take with little to no edits, I decided against it. I decided I want to show you guys something, add this little clip on top of my previous video footage that I'm actually going to start filming right now. If you see this Yankee candle right here, that's where I put my phone on top of, and it kind of sits like that. I might invest in a tripod pretty soon, but we'll see. But anyway, aside from the oatmeal that I just finished right here, that's gonna help me fall asleep better, give me some carbs for the morning, and hopefully last for my workouts. Get my muscle glycogen levels all topped off. I've got my book I'm gonna be reading tonight. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's heard it's pretty good for just. As the title says, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I'm going to give it a read. I just barely got for the first 10 pages, and I'm pretty excited about that. Reading's good. I just haven't been reading a lot recently with college being just taking up so much of my time, so I decided, you know what? Now that I'm approaching final season, I think now it's time to get back into reading. So, yep. First book I'm going to read is How to Win Friends and Influence People. I got a couple more, too. If you see right here, I got the Psychology of Selling. Now that I have that competition coming up in March for the sales competition that I'm going out to, I want to make sure I'm just fully prepared for that and just see what I can do with that. And then Psycho-Cybernetics, which is about visualization and I believe talking about how your self-image or the way that you see yourself is how that's going to help determine your success. So if I want to succeed in the stuff that I want to do, I need to make sure that my self-image is up there. So reading before bed, that's going to help you fall asleep, get plenty of recovery for the night, which I think I'll edit this video real quick, post that, and then pass out, read a little bit. Tomorrow morning, I think I might do maybe a mile shakeout run with some strides, just get the legs all fired up and ready to go. Maybe visualize for the day too. Of course, eat my breakfast. I usually eat 4 to 5 eggs, some toast with honey on there, and some yogurt. Just get that all fueled up 2 to 3 hours before the bench press. Before the bench press, maybe eat maybe some bread with some honey on top just for the quick carbs. Get me through that. And then after the bench press, just to make sure I get out for the mile, Maybe just something quick, like honey or something. All right, but to wrap things up, I just want to say I'm super excited to share with you this journey, this challenge tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot of fun for me. No matter what happens, I know that things are gonna be okay. And I can realize, like, hey, just me taking action, just me taking the first steps forward, that's bigger than anything. It's bigger than what a lot of people have actually done before. So I invite you to do the same, to make your own challenge. It doesn't have to be a bench press. It doesn't have to be, running a sub-5 minute mile or doing both and combining the both. It can be something simple like just getting your first gym membership, just setting foot into the gym, just signing up for martial arts, start outside of fitness, join your sales team, I guess, with those sales experience like this guy did. Just do something that scares you, because that's where you're going to see growth. It may scare you at first, but you're going to feel happy that you did it after. Just invite yourself to more challenge. Invite adversity into your life, and you're going to see nothing but, you're going to be happy you did it. Even if you didn't get like the result that you wanted, you'll be happy that you did it. And I think that's huge. Just imagine living a life where you didn't feel fulfilled, where you felt like you left something out that wasn't there. That'd be horrible, right? And that's the life I don't want to live. That's the life I don't want you to live. So let's not let that happen. Let's accomplish our goals this year. And yeah, that's all I have for you.